Indonesia and Buddhism in Tibet.
Yeah.
For instance, like a purba, we have a kris, also a metal object.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a difference because purba goes to the earth and the kris goes to the heaven, but it's the same symbolism.
Yeah.
And if you watch, for instance, the Borobudur, it's a complete Buddhist temple. And I recognize the right one, the right stupa, that's the same one that they also use in Indonesia.
I think Buddhism from India, it went to Indonesia around the 3rd or 4th century.
Correct.
And then it was most of the teachers, they are known for their great mind training technique that they use. It's mostly to generate compassion. So most of the masters who lives in Indonesia, actually they practice more compassion, more emptiness, but at the same time, most of them also practicing the tantric.
Oh yeah, correct.
Tantric practice.
Yeah, correct.
Because those Indian teachers, when they left to Indonesia, they are already familiar with the vajrayana or tantric practice. So therefore, I think in Indonesia, it is also very much well known with the statues of like Avalokiteshvara and so on. It was actually there. And then, but mostly the popularity came during the 11th century because one of the Indian great teacher from the mind training, which is mostly based on, we have 2 great teachers actually in India about the mind training. One is called Nagarjuna.
Okay.
Other one is called Asanga.
And Naga, is it Naga from the Holy Snake? Or?
Yeah. He was the master of this one.
And Guru Rinpoche is also from India, no?
No. Guru Rinpoche is another story. It's from Afghanistan.
Yeah, but it was Indian part.
Yeah, we can say
like the older stone from.
Yeah.
Rinpoche, the teacher of Dalai Lama.
Who?
Rinpoche? Is he
No.
the
No, Guru
teacher
Rinpoche,
Guru Rinpoche is another story. Okay, first I will go this one and then come to this one.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because in the around like end of 10th century, one of the Indian great master called Dharma Kitty, he left for Indonesia, and he became the greatest teacher in Indonesia at that time, and he had like thousands of followers. And asanga, he did follow Dharma Kitty, because Dharma Kitty method is about being a humble at the beginning, and through this humbleness you spread your kindness, and then through this one then you understand the true reality of the nature. This is his method. That Nagarjuna, which we are talking, is his method is first you understand the true nature of the phenomena, and from there you look back to the beings, and you can generate compassion. So there's 2 methods we have in Tibetan Buddhism. One is first you go to emptiness, impermanent, and from there, people who don't understand impermanent and so on, you have a compassion. But asandra is like he go to people's house. Many people don't know the nature. So therefore, it doesn't work so much to tell you need to figure out the impermanent, and then you need to understand. You will not understand. The best thing is you have a heart, and then you can share to one person, and share to 2 persons, and then maybe you start to understand what does the other person mean when he is upset or happy or whatsoever. You will start to understand the another person. If you start to understand another person, you can generate the loving energy. At the same time, also you can generate the forgiving energy, because you understand that one.
Yeah.
This is a very human to human understanding. So Asanga was a great teacher practicing Buddhism from this level, and they try to make you understand. If you want to share your compassionate or kindness to other, the best thing is you go to the limit where there's no agenda.
Okay.
And then it will become a unconditional, loving generosity whatsoever. So this is what asanga bring people from this level to that level. But he was that time not so much mastered in this one, and his teacher was living in Indonesia. So he went from India, from Burma, and then he reached to Thailand, and then he reached to Malaysia, and from there he took a ship towards Indonesia. And then he spent a lot of time, almost like 10 years in Indonesia, giving this teaching and so on. And after that one, then he came back because he had a vision there. In his vision, actually from Malaysia to Indonesia, when he was going, their boat collapsed. The ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and then he make a wish, he make a prayer. Please, the goddess Tara, I don't know if you know, there's one female deity, her name is called Tara. She is a first female Buddha.
Okay.
And she is also a very much powerful to help being, very fast. If you pray, she's very fast to come, very fast to pacify. So that time he make a prayer to Tara, and then Tara came, but not one Tara. Tara came with 21 forms. And then all together they hold the ship and reach to the Indonesia. This is how it happened to him. But while in Indonesia, after 10 years, then again the same Tara came to him and said, your time here is done. Now in the mountain area in Himalaya in the north, there are people are struggling. They need this spirit of love and kindness, because Tibet was considered very much savage that time, wild people. It's just like a Genghis Khan type, you know, wild warrior. And then with his vision, this Tara came and talking. Then he decided to go from there to Malaysia, Burma, and to Tibet. And this is how the Buddhism came with him to Tibet from down there.
Khenpo. Actually, David is a great warrior from Indonesian martial art.
Yeah?
He is like second after the first one.
Oh.
How you call it?
Pencaksilat.
Panchakshila master.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is
Well,
this?
I'm not a master. I do
they
my
fight
best.
with the Chris, with the small sword. But when they make competition, they have a wood stick like this. And they fight. It's very good.
It's a short kind of like a wood.
Yeah, correct. But it's part of the tradition. For us,
yeah, it's spiritual.
Kejawan, we call it Jawa, Kejawan. The Javanese tradition is very important. And in Indonesia, we say that was the original belief, and there was a saying that it should come back in the nearby future. But some people see it as a threat. You know,
You
we
move
say
like a
we're
snake.
all brothers. When there were 20 gods, then tomorrow it was 6 o'clock
see
getting
video.
light, 8 o'clock getting light. It's
Can
getting
go
light on the
YouTube
same
and you see
time.
everything.
So there must be only one energy.
Yeah,
That
of course,
and you pray, we pray. Everybody does it on a different way.
Yeah.
And that's why we say
Yeah, it's
that we're
spiritual
all brothers and
practice.
sisters, you know. It's because there is only one energy.
Yeah. Of course. Yes.
And what you see is that most of the time that ego, people use religion for the ego, and then they start killing or whatever.
And personal power.
Spiritual ego.
Yeah, but
Yeah. What he said is very much right.
Yeah.
The personal ego is nothing when it's comparing to the spiritual ego.
That's true.
correct.
And the spiritual
It's
ego,
like cat and tiger.
yeah, spiritual ego is very much dangerous.
Yeah,
Yes,
big
so
tiger.
much.
One of the
Yeah.
That's true.
forbidden for the monks and nuns is to not to have a spiritual ego. The moment if I have a spiritual ego, I lost my monk's vow immediately. I'm no longer a monk. But spiritual ego is mostly people use to convince other people
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
in your domination, you know.
Yes.
It's very dangerous.
So therefore, for the Buddhists, not necessarily for Buddhists, but for the Buddhist monks and nuns, this is one of the condition to be monk or not to be monk. If we done this one, then we are automatically no longer a monk, whether I tell or not tell. It's like this. So
You know what is very interesting, eh? We do things, but we do not know the background. We have a daily meditation. We call it samadhi iling. You look back for 24 hours, and you look back where you made a mistake and put your ego in front. And for instance, I got up yesterday and I made myself a little bit bigger. You know, you try to bring it back, and every time that during that 24 hours, you tell yourself, okay, I should not do it. And that's how you get more noble.
Balance and noble.
So you meditate in the morning,
And then
about,
think
like, the
about,
last
you
day?
go back in 20, how was I this 24 hours?
Okay.
And now I hear something about ego, and because for us it's very important not to put your ego in front of
That's
other
good.
people. But
Sure.
it's a human habit.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
happening.
has it.
It's happening.
We all human, you know. So you try to get back to, but I didn't know the background, and that's so very interesting.
I think these are because these are in the nature of human being.
Yes.
We human being by nature we are not wild, but by nature we are also wild.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's true.
So
50-50.
yeah, so therefore
We are not wild, but we are
therefore,
also wild.
because human nature, especially in the tantric Buddhism, human nature is believed as a restful and peaceful.
Yeah.
That's why in the temple, I don't know if you have visited temple, but if you visit temple, we
We
have
visit
the
the temple down. The
Just
tree
down
Buddha.
there is very simple one, but when you go up there is a statue simple existing form, because it signifies that we human beings by nature we have a restful nature and a peaceful nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
But restful nature and peaceful nature is nothing wrong in general. You need to place it in a right place. You need to place restful in a restful place and peaceful in a peaceful place, and there's a harmony. This is what in Chinese they call it yin and yang. This energy. So in the Buddhism we add this.
It's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So when we add, when we place the anger in a right place, then a wisdom arises from there. It's called, usually we call it like mirror like wisdom. That means you look to the anger, you look to the anger, you look to the anger. With it, the more you look, then suddenly come a realization.
Wow.
Because this realization, we call it like mirror like realization, because you see yourself there.
Yeah, correct.
And
Yeah,
suddenly
that's a part
you realize.
But it has to be on the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be in the right place, but there is not necessarily like you put in the right place. You
Yeah.
just look in it,
It's going naturally where it's have to
and
be.
then no, it doesn't go anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah, nothing is nowhere.
Again, please.
It goes nowhere because you just know the reality.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to go away anywhere
Okay.
because it was never there.
No.
That's true.
Okay.
So therefore, it doesn't need to go away. Anger was never there,
Correct.
and then love neither.
Yes, you're right.
Love also?
Because
If anger, if it's work for anger, it's work for
no,
love.
because when you say love and anger,
It's illusion. It's
it is
opposition.
a interpretation of a human
Yeah,
what to say, dimension.
sure.
So therefore, when you say love, the best love you can explain is like a mother love, something like this.
Something like that.
But still, this is a human
Sure,
kind. You need to go beyond that love
sure.
that you do, but you just do. You does not need a reason for it.
Sure.
But that is also just a tips of the iceberg of the love. the real love. You have to go even beyond. Usually in Buddhism we call it, you have to crack the cocoon of the duality of the love and hate. Because love and hate is a two sides of the one single coin.
Yeah.
It is just like this, but you need to go beyond that one. If you go beyond that one, then you master the love and hatred. Otherwise,
may I ask you something?
Yeah.
Most of the time people say love and hate are opposites.
Relatively, yes.
But they're both strong feelings for somebody. When I'm honest, the opposite of love is ignorance.
Yeah.
And for me, for instance, when you're in a human relationship, when you have love, the most baddest thing that can happen is when somebody ignores you. Don't talk with you, do as if you're not alive.
You
How do
just
you see that?
disappear.
No, this is exactly what I'm saying. Because in both cases, there is a disappointment.
Yes, it is.
So therefore, you need to break this disappointment. You need to go beyond that one. That's the entire idea of why you need to go beyond love and the hatred. Because love and hatred, it is a two aspect of one single disappointment.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's a disappointment.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow.
Nice wisdom.
Yeah, thank you for your teaching.
This is where in Buddhism, the idea of emptiness come to a place, because this is the thing, because in Buddhism we don't reject like a concept of God or whatsoever. We don't reject, but we don't use this term, because the moment when I say believe in God, suddenly it takes your direction to an outside. It is like it gives you a hope. It is good to have a hope.
Yeah.
As long as you are in the circle.
Yeah.
But if there's no circle at all, it is just then we say like when you are in the sky, you are falling down. If you fall down, that's a bad news.
Then, but if you have fallen down, you cannot go deeper.
No, you are falling down. It's a bad news.
Yeah.
But the good news is there's no ground.
It's just you fail.
That means it's not a bad news either.
No.
So you can't fall.
Correct. As long as you believe there's a ground,
Yeah.
then you have
You
a fear
believe in
and
the
hope
sky.
of
Falling.
hitting down,
Yeah.
and you have a hope of something comes from up to hold you.
Yeah.
But when you are falling down, and you know there's no such as ground down there, then everything is okay.
Emptiness.
So this is the entire idea of in Buddhism is about emptiness.
Uh-huh.
When you go crack that one, then you go beyond hope and expectation and the fear. Actually, hope and fear, because hope and fear is actually exactly the synonym of love and hatred or anger.
That's true.
It's two faces of one single thing.
Yeah. Correct.
What happens if there is too much love? Anger.
You fear to lose that love.
Lose, or somebody try to harm. Somebody try to take it away from you, then you get angry.
Yeah.
This is the thing, because this is where in Buddhism we call it the state of duality.
State of reality.
Duality.
Duality. Yeah. There you go.
This is where we need to master that one. But like I said, the asanga, this master, he did not want to go to that state, because that is very easy to hear, nice to hear, but very difficult to apply.
Yeah.
So he never said to the people, you need to go to the beyond the duality. He just said, start from what you have. Very simple thing. So this is how he started in Indonesia. That time. But before him, in Indonesia, most of the Buddhism was tantric. very.
Could you tell me something about tantric Buddhism? I never heard of it. I mean,
Now tantric Buddhism. When you say tantric, means the practice of the tantric Buddhism is tantra.
okay.
But don't make mistake of tantra that we know now.
Yeah.
Mostly coming from the
Sexual.
sexual and so on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
From the Buddhism, when we say tantric is entirely that your body is actually beyond the cosmos. Your body is like a really completely transparent, yet
Okay.
not there, but it's there. This is the beginning of the tantra.
Okay.
From there, the entire energy, the chakra, the channels, everything has to come.
Mhm.
And from there, the floating of the energy must develop within the body.
Mhm.
And then this is what we have actually. Only thing is just now we have this normal body with the normal blood circulation with this normal this one. But in the tantric, this is no longer normal. This is completely transformed, and all the channels are transformed. And you don't, as a true practitioner, when they look to themselves, they see themselves very much completely transparent.
Oh wow.
So when this level comes, then this person, whoever practice, we call them tantric.
But do they have a different meditation practice or?
A lot.
Okay.
Because when we say tantric, then from there, one is a energetic movement from down to up.
Okay.
Energy is another one's up to down.
Okay.
But when you have this control, there are so many stories like a Tibetan tantric. They practice in a very high mountain
Okay.
in the snow with minus 40 degrees something, completely naked.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then because they practice tantric, they
The
can
energy.
bring this energy, heat to
And
entire
heat
body.
all the body.
And then whatever you covers put like it dries. While your body you can dry it everything.
Wow.
But this is just a tips of the tantric, because this is not actually a tantra itself. This is
Okay.
just the beginning.
Okay.
And then from there, then also they have a technique of pushing out your consciousness. Because in Buddhism also we believe like a consciousness is one life to another, it goes. But as long as this consciousness goes this way, then we are within the sphere of the concept of the what is duality. Again, there's a tantric. In tantric, they send this concept from up to down, like this until up here, and then push back down. This is also kind of like a tantric practice to go to another dimension of the physical body.
Okay.
So these are very few things of tantra, and then the sexual is also one part, but it's the very small portion. I think it's also become big.
They made it bigger.
They make
But
it
it's
big,
not. That's not
Yeah,
really tantric.
it could be dangerous if not right wisdom.
It is quite often dangerous, because let's say like if I'm really, really good into this practice, and if I try to practice the other one,
It's like
if other
black
one is not
magic.
so good, I can destroy the other one.
Okay.
Because it's when they say tantric or sexual, it's not actually a real sexual.
Okay.
It is like a kind of like sexual. Maybe you are very much intimated, and then there might be like kind of like a kind of penetration will be there.
Okay.
But the one whoever is leading, either it's male or female, doesn't matter. Whoever is leading, this will throw all its energy towards
the other body.
to other. But let's say if it's a man, when the energy is thrown with a stream,
See?
but stream does not go out. Stream stay in the chips.
Okay.
A normal ordinary people, man cannot do that one. When the stream goes, you cannot control it; it just go away.
Okay.
But this tantric, instead of reaching there, when this reach there, automatically sent
Based.
up there.
Yeah.
But when it's sent here, there's kind of like pushing energy like wind.
Okay.
This goes there and then push the other partner from down to up, and then this open all her chakras, everything. But this is in the Tibetan Buddhism just by one among let's say 10,000 tantric, only one will do
One
this
in
one.
10,000.
Yeah. So it is never been recommended because it's not needed.
Okay.
Because within our body we have a feminine chakra energy and masculine energy.
Yes.
We can do it by ourselves. We don't need to use this one.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's little popular.
Yeah.
No one is master on it.
Yeah,
But the
it's
concept is
dangerous.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the man has a girl has a man. In the name of tantric practice, they end up literally having enjoy a moment, and then this is a beautiful thing that in the human society or the being society is having a man and the female sleeping together. It is one of the
it's
beautiful
normal.
thing.
It's the way
So
we make
therefore,
babies.
this is where people exploit
Yes.
this idea to a normal thing.
Yeah.
And therefore sometimes in the West it's okay, people has still this birth control and so on, but in the East quite often when they practice this one, the result is a woman become pregnant.
Oh, well.
But the real
That's
tantric,
the danger.
the woman never get pregnant.
Yeah, because the
it
sperm never get
go
out.
there. Yeah. Like this. So therefore this technique is about the timing. Timing not in a gross level, but in a very much instant timing, that you cannot go 1 inch there, 1 inch here to pulling and sending. If you if you make one mistake, then you can push some energy towards the female, and this energy can go to brain and can damage the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like black magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
We are
Black magic or something.
No, black magic is just nothing. Black magic is just like
Like bad ritual
no,
stuff.
it is really, really physical.
No, it's like,
really, really physical. It's intimate.
yeah, it's energetic stuff.
Yeah, but this movement can.
Yeah, it can damage the brain because they are not ready,
For the
not enough
chakras.
pure.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, but also therefore, the practitioner both has to, the state of mind has to be beyond the duality. At that
Yeah.
stage. Only then it function. Otherwise, no.
And we need good level of meditation.
So
No, these are already has to be the.
yeah, it's
fundamental.
already
Yeah.
the background.
So this, I'm also a member of Kajawan group. We were 20 people, and all of them are also teachers. We like to bring it to our own community. Actually, what I learned now is when you meditate, always try to go beyond the duality.
That is the definition of meditation normally.
Thank you
Oh,
very
really?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
whatever we do at the moment is just it's just a given name meditation, because in Buddhism meditation is something that directs your what to say mindset
Your
towards
focus.
non-dual state, then it's called meditation.
Okay.
Otherwise mostly it's like contemplation.
Contemplation.
And it's just like
Yeah, you're
this
just
one,
sitting there.
But the real meditation
That's the
is
cool meditation. The shine is come to you, like
it can be like also this like a
yeah, it can come from inside.
shamatha meditation.
Shamatha.
Shamatha is one of the Indian meditation that was discovered in India by Hindus, and also it was very much used in Buddhism. But those meditation is also not considered as a meditation.
Shamatha, you observe 21 respiration,
Yeah,
go and go out.
yeah, but there are also so many types, almost like a 40 different types.
Yeah.
Of shamatha. Yeah, but these are normally we don't call them what to say meditation, because when we say meditation, then your mindset has to be familiar with three things: impermanent, interdependent, and emptiness. Because these three things are real.
Yeah. You
And
can't
the-
escape.
Not
They are
escape.
real.
So because these three things are real, if you truly believe in impermanent, you are no longer in duality.
Oh.
That's the thing. If you are Now, impermanent, if you are seeing the things at, it was, yesterday is past, today is present, and tomorrow is future. In Buddhism, this is not impermanent. It is just a gross level. Impermanent in Buddhism is instant, in one single instant.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. In the second instant, first instant is already gone. When second instant come, first instant cannot be. So the best example which we can give is the water.
Yeah.
The river.
Yeah.
You can say this is river. It's
Yeah.
one big continuity.
What?
But when you look to the river, and when you look back, is this the same or not?
No,
Never.
You can
Never.
easily prove.
never. Yeah.
You cannot prove, but
No, you can easily prove.
Yeah, you can put color on.
Yeah.
And you see it's more.
You can put wood, whatsoever.
it flows.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you know, the one you are looking is no longer there. It's gone. Put gone.
Sure.
So this is usually a beginner trainer. They train like this to see the impermanent, that change instant by instant. So when we start to see this one, then our eyes become like a microscope, like a time
The microscope.
Yeah.
or like a
Come
microscope, or like
telescope.
a time lapse. You know,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because everything fast, but we know everything what's happening.
Yeah.
We know entirely. It's just like you watch a documentary of one of the tree.
Yeah, it's like you
And
don't
you-
play the
you
role
watch it.
anymore.
You know already
Yeah.
what is happening.
If I watch again the same,
You watch one and you rewatch the second time. First time you watch,
I
you are okay.
understand. Like,
But second time when you
more
watch, you
things.
know what's happening already.
yeah, but still, maybe I learn something
Yeah.
new.
So the more you watch, the more you know
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So therefore, people who are really, really into this one, they know immediately what is in the past, what is in the
True.
future.
Okay.
So
At the
therefore,
end, you
there's
can
no
write
longer
the new
they
version.
know there's no longer hope. It's gone.
Of course.
So this is one of the reality. Other reality is dependent arising. Nothing can be there if it's not dependent.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this will cut the thought in our mind that everything, whatever I have, whatever it is okay, dependent, but I have in my mind there is something independent. Everybody have this one. Like a believer, for example, religious people, they have a belief very strong to God.
Yeah.
God is the ultimate. It is always there. It doesn't have past, present, future, but it is there. It doesn't make any logic, but it's still there.
Doesn't make any
Logic. There's no argument to make it.
Yeah, sure.
If
Doesn't
somebody
matter.
asks why God, how did He make? If you put the question, people get angry and upset because people know there's
They
no
will
answer
fight
to
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a strong concept, create generation to generation. You must believe in this.
Yeah.
So
Everybody-
believing can be spring of ignorance.
Believing is one thing, but believing becomes habit.
Yeah.
Then it's dangerous. So therefore, every being, we all have this kind of this one, and this is where we need to break that one
So
concept.
believing energy is good, but we have to check it always. It's new and
No, actually,
don't get the habit.
energy is there.
Yeah.
Let's say God is also there.
Yeah.
But you can say that God is dependent,
No.
interdependent. Why not?
Because
God
you don't
interdependent?
know how to.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, sure, it's interdependent.
What logic you have?
Because everything existing together.
That's the thing. But this is not how the world thinks, and you are part of that world.
Sure.
You all are.
No, but the way is to be humble, to make small, and waiting for new things.
But of course, now your world and my world.
It was
is
asanga
not
and
same. We all have different world,
perceptions.
but we all have a different clinging, in the same clinging.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you are Christian, you are Buddhist, you are Muslim, she is Hindu, like this. You will say that I don't believe in your God, I don't believe in Allah. Okay, but you have your own, but her interpretation and your interpretation, if we try to match, it will match 100% same.
Yeah.
I have this
like
book with me. It's such a coincidence. Like in Italian, it's called God Has Many Names, and it explains how all the religions can like be. You can find similarities, many similarities in all the religions.
Because it's cultural.
Because the truth is that it is nothing wrong with Bible. It's nothing wrong with
With the Quran.
It is nothing wrong with Gita.
With the Sutra.
Yes.
But the wrong is a human interpretation of the
And the power they get from it.
And the way they live after it, like after.
So it's a human interpretation because human being, we love to interpret. That is switchable to me.
Yes.
So therefore, I will interpret. But every human being interpret because every human being has a ego attitude at the end, and we need to protect our ego in any situation at all cost. This is what in general the human beings are.
So Khenpo, it was impermanence, interdependence, and last one is vacuity.
Last one is emptiness.
Emptiness, vacuity.
Yeah. These three things is truth. No matter what religion.
They all live together always. Whereas is impermanence, is interdependence, and is vacuity.
Yeah, these three things, everything.
They always exist.
You
like,
can get a logic.
It's like stable stuff for the mind.
You look, this table is constantly changing.
Yeah, sure.
And that's the
I
truth.
know. She looks some atom and...
Nobody can say this table is not changing.
Yeah, sure.
But if the more you start to believe this is changing constantly, it is okay.
Yeah.
But the moment somebody want to take this table from you, or let's say like this iPhone from her, because iPhone is precious, it's important to use and so on.
It looks like.
She knows that one.
It looks like.
But if somebody try to take from her, of course she will be not happy.
Yeah,
no, of
sure.
course not.
She use
because
she lose a beautiful tool.
Yeah. So therefore, but people who know constantly is every single moment is changing.
Yeah.
It will not matter much.
Yeah, they don't care iPhone or not.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because they don't have much attachment.
Yeah, they don't.
Because you lose 110 coming for you.
Yeah, so therefore, when they have, they use. When they have, they use. When they don't have,
and you need only one.
It becomes okay. This is the result of knowing impermanence. You always become okay. This is the beginning of convincing that ego need to calm. So impermanent helps a lot to calming the ego.
Yeah, it's like
ego is like I'm not happy.
It's like trouble just starting, but it will get better.
So this is where the reality as a being, it's very much important to know the reality than the reality itself. Because your reality does not need to know it's real or not real. For example, like we have a being that tried to destroy the earth. We have a being that tried to protect the earth in general. But for the ocean or earth, it doesn't care about you care of saving the earth or not saving the earth. The planet doesn't care about you. That's the reality. But reality doesn't bother.
The true nature of reality is emptiness, like no intention.
Because
everything exists.
Reality is real.
Yeah.
That's what
it just adapt. Whatever happened.
Water is not against the fire. Fire is not against the water. Everything.
No.
Living is on reality.
It's like this. If even let's say like fire goes against the water, what happened?
Big trouble. It's make a vapor and
it's
make volcano, something like volcano.
But Earth will not say like I have a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
But we will say we have a problem.
It could be spring of life. Make new
So therefore, the nature
I
has
see that
no
you mean-
problem
Yeah.
of what you do or what you don't do.
Yeah,
We have
no-
a problem if you don't take care of the nature.
yeah, because
But
we,
because like
we destroy the
us
place where we
as
live.
it destroys us.
Yeah,
as
we destroy
humans,
the house, we
because
destroy
nature
everything.
will always
Sure.
rise again.
So therefore, the more you are familiar with the nature, the better
Yeah.
it is.
Oh yes.
If you are familiar with the impermanent, the better you are. Your health will be better, your feeling will be better, your way of thinking will be better, the way of talking will be better, your way of understanding the situation will be better. You will not get so much angry. You are easily to forgive someone.
Yeah, that's the best way to find peace.
No, because you understand the truth.
Sure, from true understanding.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
you are welcome.
Yes, thank you for your teaching.
So you live in Holland.
Yes.